during the era of the Soviet Union, a time marked by both extraordinary ambition and deep-seated paranoia. The world was gripped by a relentless struggle for technological and ideological supremacy. The Soviet Union, stretching across vast and diverse landscapes, was a nation in constant motion, its people bustling through city streets, its leaders plotting the next great leap forward, and its scientists working tirelessly behind closed doors. The 1940s and 1950s were decades of profound transformation, as the scars of World War II gave way to the iron grip of the Cold War. In the shadow of Stalin's rule, the Soviet people endured hardship and uncertainty, but also witnessed a surge of innovation and scientific curiosity that would shape the course of history. In the heat of the Cold War scientific race, the Soviet Union was determined to prove its dominance, not just in space or on the battlefield, but in the very realm of life and death itself. Laboratories became battlegrounds for ideas, where the boundaries of ethics and possibility were pushed to their limits. Soviet scientists, driven by a mix of patriotism, fear, and the promise of glory, embarked on experiments that would shock the world. The pressure to outpace the West was immense, and no avenue of research was too strange or too controversial if it meant gaining an edge. In this climate of secrecy and competition, the line between genius and madness often blurred, and the pursuit of knowledge sometimes took on a dark and unsettling character. It was in this charged atmosphere that a bizarre and unsettling experiment took place, one that would become infamous in the annals of scientific history. This was not an effort to build a new weapon, nor was it a quest for a super soldier. Instead, it was an audacious attempt to challenge the very definition of life and death. Deep within a Soviet laboratory, a team of scientists, led by the enigmatic Dr. Sergei Brukhonenko, set out to do the unthinkable, to bring the dead back to life, if only for a fleeting moment. Their subjects were not humans, but dogs, chosen for their resilience and physiological similarity to people. The experiments were as shocking as they were controversial. Using a device called the Autojector, an early version of the heart-lung machine, Brukhonenko and his colleagues drained the blood from their canine subjects, inducing clinical death. Then, with a combination of mechanical ingenuity and sheer determination, they attempted to revive the animals, forcing blood and oxygen back into their bodies in a desperate bid to restart the spark of life. The results were both astonishing and deeply disturbing. Some dogs, after being declared dead, were seen to twitch, breathe, and even respond to stimuli, if only for a short time. The footage of these experiments, grainy and haunting, would later circulate around the world, fueling rumors of Soviet zombie dogs and sparking fierce debates about the ethics of such research. For the scientists involved, these experiments were a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the relentless drive to conquer the unknown. But for many observers, they were a chilling reminder of the dangers that arise when the quest for knowledge overrides compassion and morality. The legacy of the Soviet zombie dog experiments endures to this day, a stark illustration of the lengths to which humanity will go in its pursuit of mastery over life and death. Soviet scientists began experimenting with one haunting question: can a creature be revived after death? Their test subjects, dogs. A scientist named Sergei Brukhonenko invented a strange machine called the Autojector, a device that pumped blood and oxygen into a dead body, acting like a primitive artificial heart. In one infamous experiment, he connected the machine to a severed dog's head, and unbelievably, the head opened its eyes, moved, and even reacted to sound and light. The footage was captured in a real Soviet film, and honestly, it became one of the most disturbing moments in medical history. But as the world watched, a sense of unease began to settle over the scientific community and the public alike. The experiments, while groundbreaking, seemed to blur the line between innovation and something far more disturbing. The laboratory, once a place of discovery and hope, now echoed with questions that chilled even the most rational minds. What were the true limits of science? Was there a boundary that should never be crossed, even in the name of progress? These were not just idle musings, but urgent, pressing concerns that demanded answers. The images of dogs, subjected to strange and often harrowing procedures, haunted those who saw them. These animals, once symbols of loyalty and companionship, had become unwilling participants in a scientific drama that seemed to teeter on the edge of morality. The footage, grainy and stark, showed not just the technical prowess of the scientists, but also the cost at which such knowledge was gained. If they could do this to animals, if they could push the boundaries of life and death so far, what else might they be capable of? The question lingered, heavy and unresolved. The implications were staggering. Would these same techniques, refined and perfected, one day be used on humans? The thought was both thrilling and terrifying. On one hand, the promise of conquering death, of bringing loved ones back from the brink, was a dream as old as humanity itself. On the other, the specter of scientists wielding such power raised profound ethical dilemmas. Would we be able to control the forces we had unleashed, or would we become victims of our own ambition, unable to foresee the consequences of tampering with the very fabric of life? The laboratory, filled with strange equipment and the hum of machines, became a symbol of both hope and dread. For some, it represented the pinnacle of human achievement, a testament to our ability to understand and manipulate the world around us. For others, it was a warning, a glimpse into a future where the natural order was upended and the consequences were unknown. Were these scientists pioneers bravely charting new territory? Or were they crossing into something unnatural, something that should have remained untouched? The debate raged on, with no easy answers in sight. At the heart of it all was a single, haunting question. Were they playing God with life and death? The power to give life, to snatch it back from the jaws of oblivion, is a power that has long been reserved for the divine. Now, in the cold, clinical light of the laboratory, that power seemed within reach. But at what cost? The experiments forced society to confront its deepest fears and hopes, to grapple with the meaning of life itself. Was this the dawn of a new era, or the beginning of a dangerous descent into hubris? As the world looked on, the chilling questions remained, echoing in the halls of science and in the hearts of all who dared to imagine what might come next. Although the Soviets claimed it was for medical research, many believed these experiments were actually part of secret military projects, testing revival techniques on dead soldiers. The idea alone is, honestly, pretty terrifying. Science may have the power to defy death, but should it? Some doors should never be opened. The zombie dogs became a chilling reminder of how curiosity can, turn into horror when humanity is left behind. If this story gave you chills, then you're in the right place. The world of scientific discovery is filled with tales that are as fascinating as they are unsettling. And the experiment you just witnessed is only the tip of the iceberg. Throughout history, scientists have pushed the boundaries of what we know, often venturing into the unknown with little more than curiosity and determination as their guides. Sometimes, their experiments have led to groundbreaking discoveries that change the course of humanity. Other times, they have crossed ethical lines, leaving us to wonder just how far we should go in the name of progress. If you found yourself captivated by the eerie atmosphere of the Soviet laboratory, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the chilling consequences of unchecked ambition, then you'll want to stick around for more. Here on this channel, we dive deep into the most shocking, bizarre, and sometimes even controversial experiments from history. We peel back the layers of time to reveal the stories that textbooks often leave out. The stories that make you question not just what happened, but why it happened, and what it means for us today. From the shadowy corridors of Cold War research facilities to the candlelit basements of Victorian inventors, we explore the lengths to which humanity has gone in its quest to understand the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between. If you're fascinated by the intersection of science, history, and the human condition, then you're in the right place. We're building a community of curious minds who aren't afraid to ask tough questions, challenge conventional wisdom, and confront the darker side of discovery. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we uncover a new story, dissect a forgotten experiment, or shine a light on the unsung heroes and villains of scientific history. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It's a small gesture, but it helps us reach more people who share your passion for the strange and the extraordinary. Your support means the world to us, and it's what allows us to keep bringing you these incredible stories. Every like, every subscription, and every comment helps us grow and ensures that we can continue to explore the hidden corners of history together. So, if you want to be part of a community that values curiosity, critical thinking, and a healthy dose of skepticism, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, and join us on this journey into the unknown. But we don't just want to tell you these stories. We want to hear from you too. The comment section is where some of the best conversations happen, and your thoughts, questions, and suggestions help shape the direction of this channel. So, tell me in the comments, what do you think of today's experiment? Did it surprise you, disturb you, or maybe even inspire you to learn more? And most importantly, what do you want to see next? We are always on the lookout for the next great story to uncover, and your input is invaluable. Should the next video be about the infamous two-headed dog experiments, one of the most controversial and mind-bending chapters in the history of science? These experiments, conducted in the shadowy laboratories of the Soviet Union, pushed the boundaries of medical science and ethics to their absolute limits. Imagine a world where scientists dared to challenge the very definition of life and death, creating creatures that defied nature itself. The story of the two-headed dog is not just about scientific ambition, it's about the moral dilemmas that arise when we try to play God. If you're curious about the details, the motivations behind these experiments, and the legacy they left behind, let us know in the comments. Or perhaps you're more interested in the age-old quest for immortality, a pursuit that has captivated humanity for millennia. From ancient alchemists searching for the elixir of life, to modern scientists exploring the secrets of aging and regeneration, the dream of living forever has inspired some of the most daring and imaginative experiments in history. What drives us to seek eternal life? What have we learned from those who tried and often failed to conquer death? And what does the future hold for our understanding of mortality? If the idea of unraveling the mysteries of life and death intrigues you, make your voice heard in the comments below. Your feedback helps us decide which stories to tell next, and we love hearing your theories, questions, and even your skepticism. After all, science is all about asking questions and challenging assumptions, and this channel is no different. So don't be shy. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and help us create a space where curiosity and critical thinking are celebrated. Whether you want to delve into the bizarre world of the two-headed dog experiments or embark on a journey through humanity's quest for immortality, your voice matters. This channel is more than just a collection of strange stories. It's a community of explorers, thinkers, and dreamers who aren't afraid to confront the unknown. So, what will it be? The chilling tale of Soviet scientists defying nature, or the timeless pursuit of eternal life? Cast your vote in the comments, and let's continue this adventure together. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and never stop exploring the mysteries of our world.